Hi all, I hope you are all well and keeping lovely and safe at home. Today I wanted to share with you the wonderful technique of mosaic crochet. This is a beautiful technique which allows you to create beautiful patterns using only two colors without having the need to carry two colors all the way along the row with you. I use this technique in my new design for Inside Crochet, which is in issue 124, is the Clean Lines Shawl. More explanation and a full tutorial with pictures and, as I said, more in detail explanation is available on my blog. Please follow the link below or in my bio depending on where you are watching this video. But let's get started. So let's look at the chart first. Okay, so each row is worked twice. So the right side row, which I indicated on your right side, the numbers are indicated on the right side, you read from right to left. On the wrong side, which obviously the numbers are indicated to your left, you will read from left to right. So each row is worked twice. The beginning square of each row indicates the color that you will start your work with. So obviously for me it's color A, which is the darker one. You start with foundation row, which I prefer it to be a chainless foundation because it gives you a beautiful and stretchy edge. At the end of your chainless foundation, change your color to the color which you will use to begin your work. So row 1. Now, if we look at the chart, each black square represents a double crochet. Again, that's UK double crochet, that will be US single crochet. And then we come to a white square. On the white square we will chain 2 and miss a stitch. We will double crochet into next stitch, chain 2, miss the stitch, and then double crochet into each stitch to end. When we're missing a stitch, even though we're missing one stitch, we will chain 2. This will purely because it will prevent the work from puckering up. So if you're missing 2 squares, you will chain 3. If you're missing 3 squares, you will chain 4 and so on. Okay, so let's get started. So I have changed my color to my color A, which is my dark color, and I will chain 1 and work 1, 2, 3, 4, work 4 double crochets. So 1 double crochet into next 4 stitches. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to chain 2 and we're going to miss the next stitch and work a double crochet into the following stitch as according to our chart. So we'll do this. Then again we've got a white square, so we will chain 2, we will miss the next stitch and we will double crochet into every single stitch to end. Okay, so let's do that. Oopsie daisy. Ew. I'm surprised that my cats are not coming to help me. They usually are very interested in everything I'm doing. Right, here we go. So this is the end of our first row. You see? As you can see, so we've got our double crochets, we've got our spaces, and we've got a double crochet in the middle and following end of row double crochet. So now we're going to work row number 2, which will start from my left and we will read all the way to right. So basically what we do is do exactly the same thing. We will just work into our stitches using double crochets all the way along and chaining 2 and missing the chain 2 that we have created on row 1. Okay, so let's do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we now come to our chain 2. So we will again chain 2 on here as well. We will miss the chain 2 and double crochet into our next stitch. Then we will chain 2 and miss the next chain 2 space and double crochet to end. Okay, now when we reach the last stitch, because this is our 2 rows done, so now we will start our row 3, which means we have to change color. So change color on the last stage of the last double crochet. So drop your yarn A and pick up your yarn B. I always pick it up from the back. I don't know why. I think it looks a lot nicer, but I'm not sure, to be honest. Whatever. So now we are ready to start row number 3. Okay, so we go chain 1. So now, because we are working with white yarn, or our color B, we will again double crochet into next 3 stitches. So you see we've got single double crochet. We will miss this black stitch here, so we will chain 2, miss it. Now you see here, because we've got white on white, we will treble, and I will show you how it's done. But let me just get to this one. So 1, 2, 3. So we will making 3 double crochet, okay. We're going to miss the next stitch, and the following stitch is white on white, which is a treble. So we're going to chain 2 to miss the black stitch, and immediately here you see you've got your 2 chains, one on top of the other, and you've got the stitch from your foundation row. We will work the treble into the stitch from the foundation row. So if we go yarn around the hook, so again this is UK treble, US double crochet, go yarn around the hook, insert your hook into the stitch from your foundation row, but making sure that the hook comes in front of the 2 chains, you see. So you go into your stitch, let me do that again. So you go into the stitch, you see, then move your hook towards your work. So move your chain 2 at the back, so it's nicely at the front. So yarn around the hook again, pull it through your first stitch, and then finish off your double crochet, you see. So now we have this double crochet sitting in front of our we've got this treble sitting in front of our work, you see. So that treble represents here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, so 3 double crochets. We've got chain 2 space, which is here, it's hiding, and we've got the treble. So now our next stitch is double crochet, because we are working white on black. It will be a double crochet into the next stitch. Okay, so our next stitch is here. We're gonna work a double crochet into that. Now the next stitch is white on white, which means it's treble again. So treble into our foundation row. So again we go yarn around the hook into the stitch of our foundation row, pull it to the front, in front of those chains, yarn around the hook, pull it through the stitch, and finish off the treble as normal, you see. So now you can see how it's corresponding onto our chart, you see, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and then we've got a little box, which is this one. Okay, so the next stitch is black on black, which means we will miss this stitch, so we will chain 2 and miss it. And then our following stitch is 1 double crochet, so it's white on black, which means we will double crochet that one. Okay, so we will chain 2, miss next stitch, and double crochet into the following one. And then if we look again, the next stitch is black on black, which means we will chain 2 and miss this stitch, and then double crochet into next 3 stitches because they are white on black. Okay, chain 2, miss the next stitch, and then work 1 double crochet into next 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so that's our 3rd row done. Okay, so you see 3 double crochet, space, treble, double, treble, and then we've got a space. See, we've got a double and a space, and then finish off with 3. Okay, so then a fourth row again is read from left to right. So we will turn around, we will chain 1 to give us the correct height. 2, 3, we've got our space, so we will chain 2, we've got our next double crochet, we've got chain 2, and then we come to our trebles. Our trebles are worked on the wrong side row, they work with double crochet. So basically we will just work double crochets into the top of them. So we don't do another treble or anything, we will just work double crochets into them. So we've got 3 stitches, again chain 2 because we have a space, and then 1 double crochet into next ones. Now remember, now we change it because again we're going onto our black yarn, onto our dark yarn, so we will change the color at the last stage of the last double crochet. Okay, so grab your yarn, turn around. Okay, a good tip here also is to separate yarn, to keep your yarn separate. So my white yarn is on my right hand side, my dark yarn is on the left hand side. That way they do not mix and they do not twist, so it just makes it easier as you work in, really. Okay, so now we come to row number 5, and this is our dark yarn row. As you can see, I indicated by the first square. So our first 2 squares are black on white, which means we will double crochet 1 into the next 2 stitches. So we're gonna go chain 1, which I have already done. We're gonna go 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, and then we have to have a look here. So the next square is white, which means we will chain 2 and miss the next stitch. However, the following square is black on black, which means we're going to work a treble into the stitch from row 2. Okay, so let's have a look. So we're gonna chain 2, we're going to miss this stitch here, and then you can see we come to our chains. So what we're going to do, we're going to work a treble into this stitch here. This is the stitch from row 2. So we're gonna go yarn around the hook again into the stitch here, pull it through the back, then grab it and push that stitch towards the front, in front of your chains, yarn around the hook, and finish off your treble as normal. You see? So this is our treble here. See, we've got a space here, that's the space, and the treble here. Okay, so then if we look at here, so all our next 3 stitches are black on white, which means we will double crochet into every single one of them. So 1, 2, and 3. And then if you look at your work, you come to your chains. So if we are correct, which means we should treble into the stitch on row 2, well, from row 2, shall I have? And it is correct. You see, we will treble here because we've got black on black here. So you're gonna go yarn around the hook, mesh your 2 chains here, insert your hook into the stitch 2 rows below, push it into the front of work, you see, so your chains are behind your hook, yarn around the hook and finish off the stitch as normal. There we go. See, so we've got this, which is this one, chain 3, and here this. Then we're going to work a double, and then again another treble here. So a double into the stitch here, and again we come to our chain 2s. So we're going to go yarn around the hook, insert it into the stitch, move the hook forward, and finish off the treble as normal. Okay, then if we look at our work, our next stitch we're going to miss, and we're going to do two double crochet into the last stitches because they are black on white. Okay, so we're gonna go chain 2, miss the next stitch and work 1 double crochet into the last 2 stitches. Okay, so let's review this row a little bit. So let's have a look. So we've got 2 double crochets, 2 double crochet, space, space, treble, treble, 1 2 3 doubles, 1 2 3, treble, treble, double, double, treble, treble, and then space and last 2 doubles. You see, that's perfectly matched. So now our row 6, again we're gonna do the same thing but back, but on the way back. So chain 1, and then again you do not work the trebles, you will work doubles into your trebles, and when you chain 2, you chain 2 and miss as before, miss your chain 2, double. Oh no, we're going here. So again, you will not work a treble on your wrong side row. You will just work double crochets into the top of that stitch. Oops, I missed it. It's here. Then chain 2 and work my last 2 doubles. Okay. Oh, forgot to change color. So remember, on your last row, on the last stage of the last DC, you change your color. Okay, so let's have a look. How does our row look? So you see the boxes, you see those boxes here are beginning to kind of form. You see, you've got a box here, you've got a box here. So they are beginning to form. So it's kind of indicates what a pattern will look like. So you will continue in this way until your whole chart is completed. This is my completed piece again. And the back is nice and stripy. Okay, well, do try this technique because it really is worth it. It's very addictive actually. I've been quite obsessed with it, I have to say. So do give it a go. It's really like worth it, and enjoy.